I never do hail anymore. So
Oh, you don't? You don't
um,
do PDR? Oh, your PDR is not from Hale.
I just do like Dordings and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're recording. All
We
right, so
are live.
we don't have to do an intro anymore because I have like a
Pre-recorded.
yeah official intro type thing. Um,
Very nice.
so what's up? How's things going?
Good. I'm happy to see the fights back on.
I know, man. How about Drew last night?
Young Dober. And like the people that don't know, because how could they know if they were in training with him? Though there's like so many things he did in that fight that we specifically drilled.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we were drilling for the other guy. It was Diego Pereira or whatever, but he executed on this guy, so it was good. He would just change levels and kind of push him forward,
Yeah.
and then strike. That opened up his striking. It was just up, high, low,
Up
high,
down. Yeah,
high,
yeah,
low, high,
yeah.
and the get up, the frame and get up.
That was nice. Yeah, yeah.
And remember that part when he took him down once or twice, I think. Hernandez took Dober down once or twice. And then in the second round, there was a moment where he tried to take him down and he failed. And
Where Hernandez tried to take Dober down?
Yeah, and that's when he
Yeah.
knew he fucked up.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the moment he knew it was over.
Dude, he's on a he's really on a
Four fight?
like
No,
an
no.
outbreak right now. Yeah. Oh, is it
Well,
too soon to
no,
use the word outbreak?
he's on the 2-fight winning streak because he lost to Benil Dariush.
Yeah, but overall, I think he's won like 5 out of his last 6, or maybe even
Yeah, and
6 out of his
even
last
that
7.
fight, exactly. And the fight that he lost to Benil, he was winning.
Yeah, yeah. Um, it feels a little weird, huh? Having video. Like
Yeah, no.
I'm trying to block all these cameras out of my mind. Just talk to you right now. But um, so let me get my train in the thought back together. Oh yeah, so he was supposed to fight somebody else. It wasn't supposed to be Hernandez to begin with.
Yeah, he was supposed to fight Diego Pereira, I think his name is, or something.
When did the change happen? Oh,
Uh,
that was like when he originally, because he thought he was fighting on some other card, right? That was before this Florida stuff even came
right.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of
Okay.
this, I think they couldn't reschedule. Like the other guy didn't re-sign the contract or some shit. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's fucking true.
yeah. It's home life right now.
Uh,
um, dude,
yeah,
Hernandez is a thick boy, huh?
yeah, yeah.
He made Drew look slender.
My girl was saying his shorts are too small for him.
They were
And
awkward. They were like super high in his waist, and
yeah,
like they were. Yeah, he looked like
he looked like,
they look
yeah,
like trendy white girl pants, like
yeah,
yoga
yeah,
pants.
yeah.
um, yeah, but that was really cool. But I actually on that last card, that was the only fight that I even bothered to watch.
What? You
'Cause,
didn't watch Texera versus Anthony Smith?
nah, no. Um, no.
Wow. I get it, you being a snob before because there's UFC all the time, but nowadays there's like this. I mean, I guess it's gonna be UFC all the time again too, but we haven't seen fights so much. That was a great fight actually, and Anthony Smith's corner fucked up Mark Montoya. The man came out between.
Wait, his corner?
Yeah, his corner fucked up big time. Like Anthony, so Smith was winning the first 2 rounds, pretty good. Then
Yeah,
round 3 and 4, Glover started kicking his ass and started taking over the fight. After the 4th round ended, he came back to his corner and he goes, "My teeth are falling out."
who said that?
Anthony Smith, like he's like looking to the side, like all defeated, like this, and he's like, "My teeth are falling out." Like that's like body language and fucking
Yeah,
code word. Please stop the fight. There's nothing I can do, and he's exhausted on top of it all. Like he has no juice left. Glover, on the other hand, fresh as a daisy, and just like ready to go. And fucking, they send this poor fuck out there like that.
Oh
They
wait,
just
hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm back.
this is a big
Um,
shout out to our sponsor.
I could probably edit that out, but then again, I probably will.
So anyway, they send this poor fuck out there, just like he's like you. I have no idea why they would send him out there, but they did, and he just got the living shit beat out of him. And the ref, the fucking ref, Herzog or whatever, is this one sadistic motherfucker. Like I was calling him to stop the fight. I think round 3. I was like, oh, they should probably stop this shit, and he just let him suffer. No, it was round 4. I think it was like they should stop it. But
Yeah, because you said he won 3 rounds, right?
he won 2 rounds, and then round 3 and 4, Glover was winning, and the 5th round was just annihilation. And it was just like he took so much unnecessary damage.
Yeah, see, I could see because I thought he said he won 3 and then he lost 1, and I was like, I could see his corner letting him go. He's like, yo, just get out there and survive, and we're gonna win the decision.
2
Okay.
2, and then the 5th one was just annihilation. And just because the guy's nickname is Lionheart, come on, bro. Like he's still fucking human. Don't like he got punched in the 3rd round to the nose, and I'm pretty sure that shit broke because he went like this and he fell back. And Glover did a great job of hitting that same nose, like cross-facing him. And it's just the whole time I was like, oh, this poor fuck. Like it's just not good. No, they should have stopped.
Yeah, that's rough.
Like, it was a combination of a sadistic ref and a reckless corner.
Yeah. Did you think Dominic Cruz's stoppage was early?
There was like 13 unanswered shots, but he was getting up. So that was debatable. He was getting up. He was standing up. But I would have stopped it too, probably. But like I could see an argument go both ways.
Yeah. It wasn't like abhorrently early. I was like, yeah.
He gave him like 13
here's
shots.
The thing. He was – so I watched it again yesterday. Or I watched it the first time yesterday.
So you were probably just jaded from those fights. That's why I didn't want to watch the rest of the card of yesterday.
No, I'm just man. I'm not a fan. I'm a student. That's
okay.
I have to watch the fights that I feel like I'm going to learn from.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna learn anything from the light heavyweights, man. So
actually,
I felt
people learn
like
from Glover, but keep going.
Yeah, he's pretty good. He's up there.
The man is 40 years old. He showed great economy in that fight, and because Anthony came out strong, but he could not sustain that. And Glover just stayed in there, and like he didn't do anything too crazy, and just chipped away until he broke him.
Does he still train with Chuck Liddell's coach?
Yeah, I think so.
Really?
Well, because they
Gene
mentioned
Hackleman?
something about the pit, and training with.
Oh yeah.
But then he was saying fighting out of Connecticut. Who the fuck lives in Connecticut? That's what I want to know. Like, why would you voluntarily live in that state? But
well, that's the pits in Northern California.
Yeah, maybe he did part of the camp in Connecticut, part of the camp in.
Do you know who Gene Hackleman? Have you ever seen him?
Who? Gene Hackleman?
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen him on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Okay, so you know what he looks like?
Yeah.
Do you know who he looks? You know who he looks exactly like?
Who?
Okay, have you ever seen Men in Black? Right?
Yeah.
The scene where the bug guy goes into the morgue, and then the guy that's working there, he's like smacking flies, and the bug's like, "Don't do that," and then he's like, "Do what?" And he's smacking. They're fucking twins, dude. Like when I saw him on Joe Rogan's podcast, I was like, "Is that guy?" I had to look it up. They look so similar.
Yeah, that's him.
But with
lies.
Yeah.
Replays in Hollywood.
So with Dominic Cruz, I felt like, all right, so he was getting up, and then there was a moment where he was just like in like referee's position, and he was just sitting there. And I felt like that was the moment where the ref started to go in. And then, like he started to pop up, but like the ref was like already jumping in. Like he was like in the process.
Yes.
And like there was definitely 2 or 3 seconds where he was not getting up. He was just sitting. Like he wasn't covering it. He just had his arms up and his head on the mat. I don't think he was unconscious, but there was 2 or 3 seconds where he wasn't. he wasn't
Well,
defending himself.
I say on average, most refs will let you, unless it's fucking Herzog, who ref last night, who let Anthony Smith eat like 100 unanswered punches. But most refs, it's about 10. About 10 unanswered strikes, and then they stop the fight. This guy gave him like 12, 13.
Yeah,
They were
yeah.
fast. They were fast.
Yeah.
So, like, he gave him a chance. I'm not mad at the decision. Like I'm saying, I could see Dominic Cruz's point that he was getting up. I get it. And he was not out. He still had fight in him. But it wasn't going to change the result. He's still going to get his ass kicked. If it wasn't there that time, he's going to get TKO'd. Maybe he survives the decision, but he's still going to lose.
Right, right. Hey, do you have your screen recorder on?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Did you remember turning it back on? It's cool. I have it's recording, but if we max out on data, then we'll have your phone as a backup.
Let me turn it on. I have a rec button. Oh yeah, okay. It's recording now.
If it shows rec up on the top, then yeah, it should be recording.
No, the rec was from you, but now it's from me too, I think.
Oh, okay. All right.
All right.
Dude, I'm still pretty salty though. I that Dominic loss. I'm not salty about the decision. I'm just like salty.
Oh, you used to train with him too, right?
Yeah, but he's just one of my favorites, man. You know, like I didn't train with him. Like I trained in the same room as him. Like I was like a first day amateur, and he was already a champ. So I think we drilled together once. But.
Gotcha. He's 37.
I don't know.
Yeah, well, Dominic Cruz is one of the greats for sure. And but what the fuck? What else did you expect? Against Cejudo? I thought it was. I get why he took the fight. You don't turn down a title fight, but like he hadn't fought in how long?
3-4 years, yeah. Yeah, he didn't.
He was coming off a loss to Garbrandt, right? He hadn't fought since then.
Did he beat TJ? Yeah, he beat TJ, then he lost to Garbrandt.
And that's it.
Then he was out for 3 or 4 years. Yeah, he should have done a tune-up fight, but I don't blame him taking the.
How in the world do you expect to beat Henry Cejudo, who, as cringy as he is, to me, could be argued as a pound-for-pound fucking best?
It hurts me to say that.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. He's cringy.
I let my dislike for him cloud my judgment or my bias.
No, but the skills. The man is an Olympic champion, two division champion in the UFC. And then it's bizarre that he wants to retire, but I think he doesn't want to retire. I think he's just talking shit. He got a girlfriend. He's a little overly excited right now. He's like, "Oh, I was going to tell my girlfriend," and he's not really gonna.
Is that what he said? Is that what he said?
Not in those words, but he said, "I have a girlfriend now, and I can't be selfish." All that fucking nonsense, and just
you can be selfish till that girlfriend's a wife, man. Like that's like saying like, "Yo, I got like." That's an exaggeration. That's not true. I was gonna say I got a golden retriever, but.
Let me stop building my legacy because I got a girlfriend. That makes so much sense. I get it if he did what GSP did, barely win against Hendricks, and then he's like, all right, I'm gonna take some time. Like I'm gonna retire for now, or not.
Yeah, he's gonna retire. Right. Huh? Right. Well, he came back.
Cejudo has been smashing dudes. You don't retire when you're smashing dudes.
But most people don't have that opportunity to where because George St. Pierre arguably lost that fight. You know what I mean? And he just happened to get the win. Most people don't have that opportunity to go out on top. You know what I mean?
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm not mad at St. Pierre for making that decision. I'm mad at Cejudo who's smashing these dudes. Why would you retire? You're not I get it if he was like St. Pierre, barely eked out a win, arguably lost. It was like, all right.
Yeah.
That's good for now.
I'll take it. That's good for now.
Cejudo is smashing dude. He's looking better than ever. Why would you? And I don't understand.
I don't know. Maybe he's burnt out. He said on so Brendan Schaub was saying that he talked to him like behind the scenes when they did
Mm-hmm.
like the food truck diary thing, and he told him then this was like months before this fight. He's like, yeah, I'm probably gonna retire, dude. They don't pay me enough. I'm sick of this shit.
Oh, they don't pay him enough? Oh, they don't
That's
pay
it.
him enough. Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I see
So
where.
somebody tweeted, I think it was John Jones. It was like somebody's trying to get that contract negotiation, and I was like, yeah, that's more than likely. I feel like that's what it is.
It's 100% without a doubt what this is. Of course. And the man should get paid more. As cringy as he is, he deserves to. I give zero fucks about 25. Sometimes I care about 35. But if Cejudo's fighting, I care.
I feel like 35 is the second best division. I feel like 55 is the toughest division. I think 35 is the second best. Dude, okay, so TJ, Dominic, um, uh, uh,
Yeah, exactly.
Corey,
My point
Corey.
is
No. I was just trying to blank. Corey, and then Aljamain Sterling, Peter Yan, whatever his name is,
Piotr.
and then Cejudo. That's like six like super good guys right there.
Okay,
Off the
and
top
what
of my
about
head.
welterweight?
All right, rattle off some welterweights.
Huh?
Rattle off some welterweights.
Usman, Masvidal, uh, um,
Yep.
Woodley,
See.
Edwards,
Like Woodley's pretty good. Is like, but he's
CM
not what he
Punk.
used to be. I don't, not that big of a fan of Edwards.
Okay.
He's pretty
Well,
good. Yeah, fine. Michael Jackson, right, the photographer.
no, they got no. Listen, just Usman alone and Masvidal makes 170 exciting. Whoever they fight, they make
I'm
it
not saying it's
exciting.
not exciting. I'm saying I'm talking about the deepest as far as the competition goes. You know what? Because 170 used to be. It's the same size guys. Like 170 used to be the deepest talent pool, and now like the 55ers are pretty much the size of what like the 170 guys used to be. But like George used to be a huge. Remember, he was considered huge for 170, and he's like 185. That's a lot of 55ers are 155 now. It's just like people figured out how to cut weight. It's the same size dude. That's the average size human. You
No,
know,
I know. That's why 55 is the deepest talent pool is because it's the average size human.
it's most people. Yeah.
Yeah.
35
Well,
is a standout though.
no, okay, all right. You make a good point with Peter Yan and Corey, and yeah. I mean,
Does
I don't
Corey
care
ever
about
fight?
Aljamain. I don't care. I care
Does
about
Corey ever
Corey because
fight?
he's my teammate and he fucks fools up. But say 4 people in 35. TJ, you can't not care about TJ. The man
Mm.
is good, and Cejudo. So 4 people.
And then you had to care about until this one. You had Dominic Cruz was still a favorite, a fan favorite.
Yeah, I was a fan of Dominic Cruz, but yeah, like not like crazy fan of him, but I respect him as a champion for sure. Yeah. No,
Mm.
you're right. Yeah.
There was a minute when I first started fighting that I was like modeling my style after Cruz, and then I realized that I'm 40 pounds bigger than him, and I can never do that for 5 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Um,
he put up a fight. Like he put up a fight before getting TKO'd, which is impressive. Coming off a long layoff like that, being older like that, and coming off a loss. You
yeah,
take all those things into consideration. The man is a great champion, one of the
yeah.
greatest to ever do it. You can't deny that.
So, what do you think of Ferguson and Gaethje?
Wow. I never have feelings before fights. Like, not never, but rarely have I like a feeling. On paper, everything made sense for Ferguson to win. Drown Gaethje, like that's the game plan, right? Gaethje drowned Ferguson, and I had a feeling that was gonna happen. I don't know why. I just something told me, and Gaethje won me some money that night.
Oh yeah,
So, well,
was he the betting
uh,
favorite?
no, he was not. And I just it was impressive. Gaethje looked better than he's ever has.
I can't believe he was the betting underdog. I had Gaethje like 70-30.
Because you're not biased or anything.
I mean, I am. I get. I mean, I would be. I feel like I'm biased the other way. Oh, you're being sarcastic. Are you being sarcastic?
Yes.
Yeah, but no. But here's the thing: is like he hits like a truck. He's not gonna get like taken down or Imanari rolled or some shit. What about Eddie Bravo in the corner? Like, hey, listen, you might need to do an Imanari roll. Like,
Oh,
that's
I
that's
missed that. He said that?
Oh yeah, dude, in the corner, like going into the like fourth or
Oh, he
fifth,
did.
where he
That's
was like
right.
dead
He
already.
did.
Yeah, going.
And he
Yeah,
went for that bullshit.
he did. He didn't even come close. Um, but yeah, dude, his whole corner the whole time, like there was so many like just quiet pauses. Like they didn't say anything. They were just like, "You're looking beautiful." That's what Eddie kept saying. And, dude, Eddie is a very smart guy. Like I've talked to him a few times. Like when it comes to jiu-jitsu, he's super smart. But like
Well, they
I
didn't
don't
go
know
to
if he
the
should be
ground.
the head corner.
He couldn't tell what was Eddie gonna say? They didn't go to the ground. Eddie doesn't not gonna talk out of his ass. Like he does. What does he know about striking? What is he?
That's true. Yeah, that's
So
true.
of course he's gonna tell him beautiful job. Like he's gonna cheerlead for him. What else is he gonna do?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't.
Um,
What I'm surprised is Ferguson did not try for takedowns.
I don't think he would. I don't think he can take. Dude. Okay. People don't talk about Gaethje's wrestling that much. I mean, they do a little bit. But like, yeah, he's a pretty good wrestler. He's one of the best wrestlers at our weight that I've. I'm gonna say he's the best wrestler at our weight that I've wrestled with.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I'd say Banks is, or at least from our team, Banks is the best wrestler I wrestled at our weight.
He is super good. He is super good.
Gage is good. Don't get me wrong. It was like good, very good wrestler, but like
Yeah.
Banks is.
He is great. Yeah, he is great. Maybe it's kind of a style thing, you know what I mean? But like when but Banks will like he'll take me down. But like we'll scramble, like we'll, you know what I mean? There's like he beats me in wrestling, but I'm at least there's hope for me. Like maybe I'll get one, I'll get a scramble here or there. Like Gaethje, like I shoot at him, it's like hitting a wall, and then he takes me down. And he just goes like. You know what I mean? Like, it just grabs my legs and like his timing is so good on his takedowns. Um,
Yeah,
I think that
sometimes
he's
when you
stronger.
do shit on him, it's like a wall. That is
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
And it's just but his hands is what makes him so dangerous, though. Like,
yeah. And I think people were surprised. Like they were like, oh, like he's become a technical counter striker and stuff. And he always had that. Like he when I in the gym he was always like, man, like he had great timing. He would hit counters and stuff like that. He just for whatever reason didn't use it like in his fights. And now he's brought it out. I feel like because he took those few losses or whatever.
yeah,
He's
he learned his lesson.
yeah,
Did you hear the fourth round in the corner? He's like,
yeah.
what did he say? I want to say he
He
said,
said
"Stop fucking around."
last time you got too comfortable, you got stopped, and he was like
Yeah.
twice. Yeah, that was Trevor Whitman is such a cool guy, man. He's such a
I
great
love having
coach.
Trevor around this sparring because he always always positive energy. He'll give you pointers too. He's not your coach, but he'll give you pointers. Like
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
mad at it at
yeah.
all.
I took I've taken two seminars from him because he'd come into Dwayne's and teach like it'd be a seminar because it'd be a few hours long, but it wasn't like what I mean. It's kind of like a guest teacher basically. Um, and both times he taught, he pretty much focused on one concept the whole time, and
What
both
was
of
the
those things
concept?
stuck with me. I'd have to show you, but like the real cool one that I use a lot now is like when you pull across.
Mm-hmm.
I can't. My chair is like super squeaky, but
Right.
like I'll see if I can explain it. It basically like how when you pull your back foot turns out because you lean onto this foot and then
Oh,
you
he says
rotate
point it
back this way.
forward. He's saying point
Yeah,
it
he says
forward.
keep your shoulders square when you pull, and then just like chop the cross over the top. Because if you rotate and they're rotated, you guys are going to rotate back, and it's just going to be a race. But if you stay square, you can pop, and it gives you the edge on the timing. You just have to. It takes a little bit of like athleticism because you have to be able to generate the power without rotating your hips. But if you're quick or if you have good like explosive,
I
you
think
stop your leg.
like a cobra, right?
Yeah,
Pull
and he
back,
was like, and then instead of like rotating this punch, you like you chop it over the top.
come over the top like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So he's super cool. He's super smart. But yeah, I just felt like it's because like people were saying that Ferguson didn't look like himself, but I think that was entirely Gaethje because like Ferguson does all this weird shit and he just never got comfortable, never got going because every time he would step into range, like he'd be like, yeah, like he'd move in. And as soon as he crossed the range, like right hand, especially when he would cross that line in southpaw, he would eat that right hand like every time. He just couldn't like get flowing.
How much punishment did he take? Like my head
Crazy,
was
man.
hurting watching him. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
What is your head made out of? Like
yeah,
Jesus
for real.
Christ, Terminator.
Did you see his video that he posted where he was dancing in the hospital?
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Yeah, I was like, watching that, I was like, "Yo, shit, settle down, man. Don't move your head. Don't shake your head and stuff." Like,
I just wonder like what goes on in his head. It's like I feel like it's like a desert. Like this, there's nothing in there. It's all gone. It's just his brainstem, just like keeps him standing. That's it. It's just.
There's a few really good fighters that I've met in person that I won't name that I feel like that are that way, where it's like they're so great and so good that when you talk to them, not like brain damage, but like almost like personality disorder, like where it's like
That's brain
you
damage.
shut off.
That's called losing your soul. Reem was watching, and I've said this before too, analogously from Reem. Like I've said this before too. Like anytime you're in a fight like that, you lose a piece of your soul for sure.
No,
And
but
then,
I'm not talking about in the fights. I'm talking about when I meet them in person.
no, but it's accumulation of so many fights. Like they're not like I don't think anybody, well maybe some people are born like that, yeah. But I think a lot of it. Reem was sitting on the couch and he was saying the same thing. He was like, that fights like that take a piece of your soul, 100%.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
I mean,
Well, he's
like,
had a few of those, so he doesn't have much soul left.
no, Reem. Oh, we talking about Reem or Ferguson?
No. I'm talking
Ferguson.
about Ferguson.
Okay, yeah.
Owen is like surprisingly
Yeah, that man is smart.
cognitive. Yeah.
He kicks everybody's ass in chess. I'm like, how?
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
he's very
very,
smart.
very, very strategic. Yeah, like it's really incredible actually. But he says it's because his light's been shut out, so his brain protected him from more damage.
Oh, I lost you.
I'm back. Somebody was calling.
Oh, okay. What was I gonna say about it? Oh yeah, but yeah, I don't know. You're probably right because I looked at it like a kind of a chicken or the egg thing, where it was like, did they become great because they were sociopaths, or are they sociopaths because they've been hit so much that they lost the ability to feel things?
Could be a combination of both, right?
Yeah, yeah,
It is. It's never usually one. Most of the time it is a combination of both.
yeah. That's true. Was there any other fights that you wanted to get into? Trying to figure out what else did I
Yes.
watch.
Yeah. That guy, Jeremy Stevens.
Okay, yeah, I want to get to that, but there's such a short fight that it's going to be a short section. But can we just talk about how Overeem, that Ngannou is probably the worst technical boxer of all time, but it just doesn't matter.
Does not matter.
Yo, he fights like go to YouTube and look up like
World Star Hip Hop.
There you go. Yeah, that works. That's what he fights like. But it's just like running at you, wide swings. Yeah. Chin, like face in the air.
Does not matter.
No, that was crazy. And Rosenstruck's a great technical striker. He's one of the more technical heavyweights. out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's all that can be said about
That man's an
that.
alien, like a freak of nature, a true
Yeah.
freak of nature. I've never seen a natural heavyweight because he's looked the same. He's looked even more impressive now than before. I don't even know if he fought before you saw it. So but like he's
No, yeah, he came
33.
in with USADA. He came in with
Yeah,
USADA.
I think he's 33, 265 with abs. Like
Yeah.
what?
I think that he's the greatest physical talent and well, I would say ever. I was gonna say since Tyson, but he might be more physically gifted than Tyson. But
Yeah,
Tyson was much more technical.
Tyson was so polished. This
Yeah.
like it's night and day. No, we talking raw physicality and just gift from
Do you
God.
think if he tried to make Ngannou technical, that he'd be as good?
Yeah, it's just you don't know if you can make him technical. You can't teach a old dog new tricks, or it's at least very difficult. So, but
He's not an old
imagine,
dog. Though. He hasn't been fighting that long.
I know, but like it's harder to learn when you're older. Your learning curve slows. I
Yeah,
guess it depends on how bad you want to learn.
I bet
But
he's just. Yeah, I think that's about what it is. I bet he's just like, why? Why would I? I bet his corners. I bet his corners spent. His coaches spent like, however many months it's been. Like, all right, listen, you're gonna use your jab. And you're gonna move your head, and he went in there, and they were just like, like, all right, whatever. What are we
what
gonna
is
do?
it? Did he do the same thing to Cain Velasquez, pretty much? And then the fight before that was Curtis, huh? Yeah. He
Yeah,
just,
this was his ugliest. This was his worst technical performance that
yeah,
he's had.
it was.
um, but
It was a little awkward watching that fight.
yeah.
Uh,
But then Jeremy Stevens came in looking eight shades browner, while all the beaches have been closed in California.
the man has a great tan.
But Cater looks. So actually, I jumped in. I think. Oh no! I think I want to say because I watched his fights on MMA Core for free, like 2 3 days later.
Shout
I
out
tried
to
to stream them.
MMAcore.com.
Yeah, I tried to stream them. I couldn't find any good streams. They all kept crashing. So you sent me one, and I saw I jumped in. I want to say for when they were interviewing Dominic Cruz after the loss, and it lasted for that interview, and then when they went to go on to the main event, it crashed, and I couldn't find it.
That's why I stopped using that. I just bought the pay-per-view like a good boy. Because
Yeah,
the
this one was too big.
John Jones fight was the final, like the last John Jones fight. I did the website, and all
Glitchy.
the fights showed, and then the John Jones fight started crashing, and everybody was so pissed at me. And I was like,
Because you
I'm
sent
sorry,
you
guys,
sent it
but I'm
around.
not buying the pay-per-view for one fight.
um, yeah, I was actually gonna buy it, but it's been so long since I've bought pay-per-views. Did they just raise the prices? Because I thought pay-per-views were $40.
What are you, 2004?
Maybe. Yeah.
No, it's 60. Was it? No,
It was 60. It was 60 plus the ESPN membership.
65. Yeah.
Yeah, and dude, even when ESPN started, they were like, "Yeah, you got to pay $5 for the ESPN, but we'll take $5 off the pay-per-view charge." Not anymore. I'm like, yeah. So I was like, that's gonna be a no for me, dog. I'll watch it on Tuesday. So,
But
and
go ahead.
go ahead. No, it's okay.
It's gone. It's
Me too.
evaporated to the ether.
Me too. But
Oh, the fight.
oh, the fight. So yeah, Calvin Cater.
That guy's good. That guy's good. And Steven, with the tan and all, came into fight like he always does. That man's game. And he was just
Jeremy Stevens
outskilled.
has gotten a lot better lately. It's weird because he's gotten better, but he's not necessarily winning.
Mm-hmm.
Did he win his last one? I don't follow him.
No, the
We have
last one was
history.
to
I
the
don't like.
Yair Rodriguez. He lost to
Did he
him.
get that body kick?
I
Right?
think so.
Was it a body kick?
I think so. I remember. Yeah, I think he lost that.
Is he on 3 in a row then? Because before that, was it all done? With
Before
the liver
that,
shot?
he was. I don't know. I don't remember.
Hmm.
I don't remember. But he came out very strong, and it was a very good fight up until he ran into that elbow. Is that the elbow?
Well, no, it was a right hand, it was straight right.
Right
Like
hand, yeah.
he runs into a lot of things, and because he was looking very technical, but like he just like marched his face forward. Like, you know what I mean? Like his hands and his offense looked technical. His footwork actually looked pretty good, but he just like every time his face came straight down the right line, and Cater was like timing the overhand and clipping him, and then when he changed it to a straight right, and he just went straight face into straight right, and I was like, that
I
was
think
just
he just relies on his chin too much. He has a great chin, and he relies on it too much, and he paid the price. Like he's
he what?
technical, but
Oh,
he
he paid the
paid the
price.
price.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's technical and like he's skilled, but he just throws caution to the wind too much, and
yeah.
at the cost of taking it, and just relies on it. And Qatar was just more skilled.
Yeah, I thought it was Qatar until I saw him. And like, oh, he's a white boy, so I think it's Cater. It
That's
looks
funny.
like Qatar, but I think it's Cater.
Yeah, that would make sense.
How long
Yeah,
have you been?
but
I don't have time on this video option. Everybody watching, this is our first video back, and we're without our video guy,
shout out to
without our
Angelo.
young Jamie. Yeah. So there's gonna be a learning curve on these videos, so just hang with us. Um, so, but yeah, I think that's about all the fights. Those all the ones that I saw, anyways. I really wanted to see. I really wanted to see uh, the mullet. Shoot, what's his name? The mullet that got knocked out by Uriah Faber.
Ricky Simon.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because I saw him against I think
He won last
Kanye.
night.
Did he?
Yeah. He
Which
doesn't
so
have the
yeah,
mullet anymore. The Taz
oh,
Mexican.
that's too bad. That's too bad.
Yeah.
Actually, that mullet had to go. It was rough.
No, the mullet had to stay. That's how you knew him. It was the mullet. But he
That's
fought on the
true.
same card as Reem last time in DC. And actually, Reem's fighting this Saturday. I lost you.
No, that's cool. I had a low battery warning.
I said Reem is fighting this Saturday. The main event against Walt Harris. It's gonna be a great fight for him.
Lean back. You're cut off. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You can see yourself, right?
Yeah, but I thought I wasn't cut off. Okay, my head was cut out of the screen.
Yeah, yeah. He's fighting who?
Walt Harris
I don't
is
know
the
who that
guy. Is the guy that whose daughter was kidnapped and killed.
Really? Oh,
It
so
was his
his daughter
stepdaughter.
was killed?
Stepdaughter, not so bad.
I heard him saying his daughter was missing. What his daughter was killed?
Yeah, I think in Alabama or something. No, freaking, I don't know. One of those southern states.
Go back a little farther. Go back a little farther. The screen that's showing your face is square, so you don't have as much room on the top and bottom as you think. Because we're filming in a widescreen. Yeah.
Hello, Ash.
Can't hear you.
Hold on, my
man,
back. This is my robot vacuum cleaner.
Oh, nice, nice. I was hoping to not have to do any edits to this video, but I'm definitely gonna have to.
So many edits. So many edits.
Okay, so Overeem is fighting Walt Harris. Overeem is good, man. I think I would say Overeem is the most technical heavyweight.
He is. Yeah.
I think
most technical and most strategic.
Is he? I haven't talked to him about strategy much.
Oh yeah, no, like uh, the time he cornered me when I fought the Javier.
Mm-hmm.
Is that his name? Javier. I called him Jorge
Yeah.
after the fight. I was
You
like,
called him Jorge?
yeah, I said like when on the mic, I was like, shout out to Jorge Mexican Warrior. And then,
Wait, but is his nickname Mexican Warrior, or did you just say that he's a Mexican Warrior?
no, because he was a Mexican Warrior. He would not stop scrambling.
That
It was just I
that
was
makes it
so
worse.
tired after
That makes
fucking
it
him up.
worse.
But like leading up to that fight, we've talked a lot about strategy. Just and
Yeah.
like the day before, we talked about strategy too.
Another thing that he had you, so I stole this and started doing it for my warm ups, where he has you go like,
Starts
yeah. So where he has you do like the,
beginning of the fight.
yeah, like the first 5 seconds, whatever, and has a guy come out each way. I love that, man, because that's like always. I'm not gonna say it's the hardest part,
It is
but
still. It's once you're fighting, but that's like the most like the part that's unknown. How is he gonna
right,
do it?
yeah,
And you want to get as
yeah,
many different looks as possible. Because once you're
hmm
fighting, once you start, you're already in the moment. It's just you're flowing.
yeah. Um, I'm telling you, man, we gotta get him on here. He said he would do it. He told me he would do it.
Yeah, yeah. We'll get him on. He'll probably be gone for a while though. So he always goes on fucking forever vacation after his fights.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
He goes back to Holland or what?
he's gonna go to Holland, Thailand.
Nice.
But yeah, so it's gonna be.
Can he go to Thailand? I don't think you can get visas to Thailand right now. I tried. I tried to take my Trump money. My
You
I call
did?
my Trump money. Yeah.
You tried?
I tried to. Yeah. You can't. At the time, you couldn't get into. Couldn't get in. You can't get visas.
Well, at the very least, he'll go to Holland. I
Yeah.
know that. And then I think things are starting to open up though. But I did hear you guys are locked down for another 3 months.
That's L.A. County. 'Cause I don't live in L.A. County.
Oh, okay. So just specifically LA County.
Yeah. Right now we're in stage two, um, which is I don't even know why this is a stage or why it was ever like not allowed, but like we can go to parks and beaches, which was ridiculous. That was ever another thing. And we can go. We're able to like retail stores are able to open for curbside pickup, or you can go and shop by appointment. Um, yeah. It's crazy.
Uh,
Um,
and, and then I heard China's getting their second wave.
no, dude, that was like so they were saying like, oh, the coronavirus resurfaces in Wuhan, blah blah blah, and then I read the full like article, and it was like it was 5 cases in a household. Like it was all like one family got sick.
Oh,
Because this one guy had been sick. This one guy had been sick for the last 2 months, and he was like, he was symptom-ish, and he was like, I think I'm okay. Like it was pretty weak, so he never got tested because it wasn't bad. Then he got his family sick because they were living together, and they were all asymptomatic, everyone. And that was like, oh, coronavirus resurfaces. It was like, dude.
my girlfriend just
um,
keeps feeding me bullshit news, I guess, man. And
yeah.
I'm out here because I don't watch the news myself. I rely on other people to provide me
Sounds like
hearsay.
sounds like she's doing what I do, and she just reads the titles.
That's exactly what she's doing.
um, what was I going to say about? Oh yeah, so one of my gyms that I train at, I won't say which one because I'm not sure if they're actually allowed to or not, but they're open. We're training, and cops have
The
come
team,
by. What
the team, or the public
classes? Yeah,
classes.
yeah, and cops have come by and they wave and they keep rolling because the
Why do they
county that
wait?
it's in
Why did they even come
just
by?
they're just patrolling like they're doing their regular patrol.
Oh, okay.
And with the and we kind of look out the window like, oh shit, they're gonna give us like a problem, and they just say like, yeah, that's fine. The city like actually came by and they wrote us up at first. Someone apparently told on us, and they wrote us up, And they called back like an hour later, and they were like, nah, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
So classes are open to the general public.
Hmm. Yeah. And obviously, obviously like some people have like fallen out, but for the most part, everybody's training. I don't think anybody, you know, like the county that it's in is like a red county. Um, but the sheriff's office has like come out and been like, yo, we're not enforcing this. And then the city council or whatever is saying like, we're going to start opening up. So yeah, so I'm training.
A lot of cops are calling this fucking bullshit.
Yeah, yeah. Hey, the bottom of your face is cut off now. I
Damn.
think your phone might have slid.
Because I can completely see the bottom of my face. This thing is misleading.
Yeah, it's just we're in a widescreen. Yeah. All right. So let me tell Ash just that she can't clean the bathtub right now, and then we'll move on to like maybe one last thing. We'll take a pause to think about what we want to talk about, and then I'll edit it, and
Okay.
then we'll move on to one last thing, and then we'll call it.
What did you want to talk about? The last thing.
I don't know. If we don't have anything to talk about, we can wrap it up right here.
Yeah.
But let me just tell her.
But at least.
All right. Cool.
At least your lady's cleaning.
That's true. She always cleans. Keep the house clean.
It's hard, right, to keep the house clean with 3 dogs.
Yeah. I mean,
You have 3.
Yeah.
3. Yeah.
She vacuums every day. So.
I considered getting a baby pit, and then because I figured short hair, the least amount of work, and still, I did some research. There's still a lot of cleaning involved. There's so much work keeping a fucking dog. I don't know how you do 3. That's must really love them.
I couldn't do 3 by myself, but she does all the work.
That's good.
I just cuddle with them. That's all I do. But you said your cat?
Tyrone?
Yeah. I was gonna say Tyson. Tyrone.
Tyrone's at my parents' house. I tried to bring him here to my house, and he was not having any of it. And then at the end, he pissed in my car.
Like he didn't like it?
No, he's just so used to over there. He just was not having it. Like the whole fucking time, he didn't eat, piss, shit, nothing. And then like 24 hours later, when I took him back, he let all that piss out in my car. That was this thank you.
Thank you.
Don't do this again, motherfucker.
Anytime we've moved, our dogs like they won't shift like a few days, and then
stress constipation.
One time, so we moved to Colorado and we left our dogs behind for like the first week or so. Well, at the time we only had 2 dogs, so the small one came with us and we left the big one behind, and then I went to go get him, and I drove him, and it's I took my time driving, so we were driving for probably like, I don't know, 30 hours. Like I would pull up and chill, you know what I mean? And I think I actually got snowed in at one point on the top of the going over the peak. So I had to stay there for like 8 or 9 hours. So it was about 30 hours. And this guy shits like 3 times a day. He's just a poop factory. So 30 hours, not a single bit.
Single poop.
We get into our new place, brand new place, new carpets. I walk in, he comes in behind me. He must have like smelled my wife or something, because at that time he wasn't my dog. I was entirely her dog.
Okay. I
walk into the kitchen. I come back, dude. Our living room. If you could see my background, our living room in that place was as big as this whole apartment behind me is. Like from one end to the other, like he was just walking and shitting across the apartment. And I had just driven for 30 hours, and I got in like, dude, I'm gonna crash. I slept in the car, but I slept with my seat up. I was so tired, and I was like, I'm gonna crash. And I turn around, and just shit everywhere. I was like, are you kidding me right now?
Why did they do that? That's fucked up.
I don't know. He's a weird dog. All right, let's. You want to end it up? You have anything you want to say?
Yeah, that's it.
What? Oh yeah. Yeah. We'll end it on a high note. All right, cool. So I'm trying to see. Should we wrap this up any different with video? I don't think so. If you guys want to follow the podcast, we're on anywhere you can download podcasts at Quotes and Chokes MMA podcast, and then you can get us on YouTube. It's actually it'll be on my personal YouTube channel for now, so it's Nick Angeloni. And then if you want to follow the podcast on social media at Quotes and Chokes, if you want to follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at Nick Angeloni 155, and then
you can follow me on prime_time 9999 on Instagram.
On Instagram, we got to up your technological game, man.
I
Got to expand your horizons.
I know. I barely even post stories. It's
all good. Hey, one last thing, a little before we end. I heard some good news from a little bird. Somebody on the inside that it's very, 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 it's very possible that the Contender Series will be going on according to plan.
Oh, so they're starting in June. No, that's on. Those are all booked. I knew that.
Well, they haven't gotten the approval from the commission, but it's.
No, I know a few people that are on it. I have contracts.
On what?
Contender Series.
I know, but they're still waiting on the final word from the commission.
I think it's gonna happen.
It's probably gonna happen. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm waiting to replace somebody if they. I didn't make the first draft pick. I'm waiting on the second draft pick.
Yeah.
But I could see people getting injured or some shit, or like getting sick. I don't know. There's like, I think the odds are still have a chance here.
Yeah. I had a meeting with my agent and my manager, and then and he's gonna try to slide me in there. I wanted to get one more fight for him, but he was like, that was the plan. He was like, do you want him to jump in there? I'm like, is that a question? Like, I'm like, you think I'm gonna say no? Do you want to take this fight with the UFC? I'm like, no, I'm good.
You know what would be fucked up? So fucked up. I don't even want to put it out in the ether, but what if they matched us against each other?
I don't know.
That'd be terrible. Because
that'd be terrible.
That'd be so fucking terrible. I'll just grapple you, bro.
Yeah. Just make an agreement. That would be lose-lose, because if you just grapple, like they probably won't give you a contract. Even if you win, you won't give you a contract.
Yeah, let's not even think about that.
Okay, let's not. That never occurred to me though right now, so let's not. I think in all likeliness, both of us will take replacements anyways. So, like, for that to happen, one of us would have to take a replacement fight, and then that other person would have to drop out and then take the same replacement fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's not talk about it. All right, cool. And so next time we'll have a guest on. We just wanted to do a test run for the video, so thanks everybody for watching. All right,
nice.
Later, man.
Good talking.
Good talking.